Broncos in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can...
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson. They begin the drive with Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Jags, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. They find some open field, and all the way home for a Broncos score.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now ETN to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. Toss left side for ETN. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Lawrence. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. The Jaguars at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down at the 37.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards, the final tally. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because it plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the 6. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
On third down, Wilson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards on the play. Throwing again here, Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 33 yards that time. Seven, our score after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They go play action with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Dancing to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Incomplete. So 4th down, Wilson goes to the sidelines, and on comes Jason Myers for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Myers' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
I want to be cliche, but running really solid routes, too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Rolling to his right. This complete right side to the tight end Farrell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
A lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Again, it's Cook. Now, the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Broncos will have solid field. As they take over at their 45-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson being chased out, and he's going to go down again. Micah Parsons. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Toward the sideline, it's complete, and athletic grab, it's still well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Jack Fox on to punt. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well on that first one, not so well on the second. Get back to what he did to get this game going.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. It's Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 34 yards to gain that time. Another first down. Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. Caught by Jones. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time. And the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on fourth, they'll work from the 20 on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jamal Agnew, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. So that brings up a 7-play drive all told. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. From the 10. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star...
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Devon Hamilton busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, week 8 of the NFL season. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in week 8 in the NFL. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And his guys will get the football.